Traders War Room proudly presents the daily video with the best trading and investing alerts anywhere on any platform. With up-to-date stock, chart, and market news, TWR is simply your one-stop shop. Tweaky Tuesday. It's Mayday, and you know how we like to rock it. 33% discount for the All Access Pass. Link is in the description. Join today and quit wasting that money that's not making money. Stay tuned at the end for TWR Hot Products and Services. Comments from the front line. All right, so today we got a question from the TWR Instant Message platform. Stockmaster D asks, when an experienced trader uses the term retail, he or she is referring to a retail trader, correct? So a retail trader would be you and I. An institutional trader works for a company, is that correct? Can you explain the difference between retail traders versus an institutional trader? What effect do they have from the stock market? Do institutional traders have access to more information, etc., etc.? I got you covered, Battle. The first big difference is retail traders trade with money from personal wealth and not institutions, meaning individual earned money from paycheck, inheritance, gifts, etc., etc. Institutional traders trade money allotted to them from a higher authority. Think JPM broker, right? Hedge funds, 401k managers, maybe even some big corporations that are trading for the betterment of their corporation. Big money basically allowing authorized people to trade on their behalf or for their clients. Retailers are typically self-taught, they have lower capital, and utilize open source resources for their learning curves, and potentially even have mentors that were retail traders themselves. Institutional traders are usually professionally trained, they got pro mentors, large capital backing, full spectrum of resources. The main difference is that the institutional traders usually have more experience or access to more experienced traders. They have more resources. They have the open source plus the private resources that institutionals have, as well as full spectrum tools at their will for trading, and they have more capital backing. Typically, you could think of it as a bottomless pit, but it really isn't bottomless. But to you and I, $1,000, $2,000 is, might be a decent little chunk of change, right? But to the institutions, $1 million, $2 million, maybe even $10 million. That's what they're talking about, is a big chunk of change. I know that's watered down, but it's basics. It doesn't mean retailers ain't good. It just means we need to grind harder. Good question. If you got them, send them. I'll put them on here and we'll answer them and we'll push them out so everybody's in the know. Try TWR instant messages out like Stockmaster D. Less noise, just alerts. Come and get some with the TWR Bulls. Alert update. All right, so total server trades, we had 66 winners, 12 losers. That brings us to 82%. We have over 45 analysts and alerts that push signals out every single day. Best options trade, MTA. He went with the SPY 410 call, 0 DTE, went from 155 to 315. That's 160 per contract. Best stock trade, Mr. M, LMND, went from 14 to 16.5. That's good for $2.05 per share. Best trade on the futures, we ended up having Shiner doing MESM 23 for $97.50 profit. Best crypto mix picks, 88 long times 75%. That's good for 167%. Zero Forex trades on the day. The best sports betting was tech with the MLB, Pirates, and the Yankees. And just keeping it 100 with you guys, I had 3 bank stocks that I tried to swing over the weekend, and they ended up just continuing the rally, and we were to the short side of the house, and we had to cut those for losses. So basically, I'm 25% of the losses there, but That's what you get kind of when you're going into those real speculative and volatile sectors. We want to let the runners run, but we got to cut them losers quick so that we can preserve that capital and we move on to some fantastic trades that make money like these right here. Devin took this on a swing, 162 to 224. Fantastic trade right there, catching some of that downward trending slope. SU, riding the momentum to the bear side of the house, went from 138 to 166. NVDA was all over the place. We were able to catch the runner to the downside. Took this from 103 to 133 on a nice pop. And Google, man, Google took off like a race car. We ended up swinging this one. We went in at 110, took this all the way to 227, said, you know what? We're good right there with the profits made. $100 to $1,000 per day is possible as a trader's war room market warrior. So quit wasting that money that's not making money and join TWR today. All links are in the description. Hot off the press. First up, they had a meeting with the president today about the debt ceiling, and while the president said it was productive, both parties pretty much are signaling that there was no real progress made, and it's still at a standstill. Basically, neither one of the sides want to budge with their core things that they want, and it looks like it's going to be hard standing, and someone's going to have to shake, and neither side wants to shake first. So we'll have to see how this is, but it's definitely something that's really starting to heat up in the news, specifically as we get closer to the deadline. And the real news story that really us as traders really care about is the CPI data tomorrow. So expect some fireworks going on. If this thing comes in hotter than expected, the market's going to react one way, and it could surprise you, but cooler CPI would give way to possible Fed pausing or pivoting, which may make the market rally. But if we get hotter than expected, the market may cool off a little bit because the likelihood of more hikes for longer is there. So it all just depends on kind of the verbiage using and the kind of the tone that's along with it and the numbers that are associated. What will really happen is the CPI data will come out, and then the Feds will start pushing out some rhetoric, and then that'll probably get the market shifting one way or the other. So be real cognizant of false reversals, 180 reversals, and just don't get caught in a bear or bull trap, okay? Just have your head on a swivel and be ready to pivot when you see the momentum shift. Stocks I like. Here's how the alerts will go. Purple line, that's the bow zone. That's where the fight is going to happen at. And then the blue line on a break from the battle zone, that's where we're looking for follow through to the bull side. And the red line is going to be follow through to the red side. All right, first one up, we're going to talk about PayPal. All right, right there you see the battle zone. Guys, basically, I think PayPal was an overreaction to some weak forward guidance, but I mean, their earnings were solid, okay? So I see a lot of people kind of thinking this level is a good level to go ahead and invest in, and I wouldn't be surprised if we start peaking above our top level in the battle zone, and then we start making a run towards our follow through on the blue line. Okay, so it all depends, of course, on CPI data and market overall sentiment, but I'm leaning more to the bull side. And if you give yourself some time on this trade, I think this is a great place for share accumulation. Plus, if you like the derivatives, I think this is a good opportunity for going long as you give yourself a decent amount of time and you don't go too far out the money. Boeing, man, Boeing was, fireworks today, okay? It was running up, and then it would shoot down, and it would run back up. I like Boeing at this level. This deal that they got with Ryanair, I think is pretty good for the business. The meeting that they had with the CEOs was definitely bullish in nature, and I'd like this to rise from these levels, okay? We break that top level to battle zone. It's on and upward towards 205 and maybe even 210 if we can get the break. But definitely, we break the top level, we're going to go start retesting that 205 range. Meta, man, it's been on a tear, okay? Now, we did hit a huge peak, kind of consolidated and dropped down a little bit. It looks as though we're consolidating in a range a little bit, as you can see in the battle zone. And I would not be surprised if we take another leg down, okay? That's just from people profit taking and, the bearish sentiment in the market. Now, if we get an uber bullish sentiment, Meta is certainly going to get some of that big money investing into it, and we'll probably see a rise. So utilize the battle zone as the triggers and going off the sentiment of the overall market with the CPI data, and we can make our decision whether we go long or short. But definitely we're getting into the range where we're going to make a decision and we're going to break one way or the other. So I think that most likely good news in the market running to the bull side, we push to the upside in Meta. If we start sentimenting to the bear side and we trend down, Meta is going to follow in suit just from people profit taking. Mara. Now, I know this is a crypto darling type of stock, and it's a way for people to get, involved in the crypto, but not really directly involved with the crypto. At this particular level, it looks to me like we're looking for another leg down. It got a whole bunch of wicking to the top out of this battle zone area. I don't think we hold this level. Volume's been dropping off. I think we peak down towards the red line there, and I wouldn't be surprised if we make a run to the top part of the battle zone, but we find resistance there, we reject, and then we start trekking another leg down. NVDA, man, it's hard to bet against a juggernaut like this, but we got to the same level and we started rejecting those levels. Maybe third time's a charm, but I'm thinking that we're probably cooling off here a little bit and people are just taking some profits because they've been in the stocks since it was 260, 250, and now we're way up here in the 290s and stuff like that. So I do think we cool down a little bit. I think definitely a retest of those lower 280 levels, possibly going into the 270s, but I don't see it staying down there unless some huge news to the bear side of the house comes out. I think we go down there to the 280s, we find support, and all of a sudden we get the investors starting to come in and we shoot back up very quickly. Microsoft, another one that's hard to bet against, especially with its AI news. We consolidated there for a while. We kicked it another leg up, kind of came back down, kind of filling out this consolidation zone. This is one of those special cases that I think when the bear side of the house gets in there, people are going to probably start tucking away some money into the Microsoft because it has the safer longevity idea. So I think that this one will probably maybe come back down a little bit to retest this little support level, but I don't think we stay down there long, and I think eventually we break that top line of the battle zone and we head back towards those upper levels. Sava, trending hard, okay? This is definitely going to be a volatile stock here. Sava likes to pop big like this, and at times if the news is good, it'll keep running, okay? So we just need to watch it. Utilizing the battle zone as the triggers, we trigger to the upside. We're going to see the follow through going up there into the $28, maybe $30 range. We trigger to the downside. Sava's famous for that, popping up quick, making some quick money, and then people are profit taking, pushing it lower. So we trigger to the downside. I could see 25, maybe even 24 before we start to find some support. And for you penny stock lovers, I'm giving you guys MOBQ. Put this on your radar. Guys, this thing was absolutely destroying things today, okay? Battle zone right there. We're just looking at little moves, all right? We get the triggers to the upside, triggers to the downside, and we're looking for the follow through. This thing absolutely can take off. As you can see, it did it today, but look at those huge wicks from the top. Okay, so this thing will take off and then it'll sell out. So definitely trailing stop losses on any of these penny stocks. But I mean, at 25 cents, you can go in super deep on this. Imagine getting 1,000 shares and this thing moving 5 or 10 cents. Okay, that's money in the pocket, guys. So penny stocks are fun. I'm putting them on here so that you guys can get, educated, get some different type of trades out there. But definitely got to be cautious and got to be able to watch the stocks. If you're in penny stocks, you got to be able to watch the stock, or you got to put the trailing stop loss on once you're in it and you're following momentum. Upcoming events. All right, I got a couple classes to talk about. Now, both of these classes are not on the website yet. I sent it to my website guy today. He's going to post them on us. So both of these will be on the website later on this week. But the first class is 21 May at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. TWR is going to teach you how to read and trade candlestick charts. Now, this is the second iteration, okay? So the first one was basically a candlestick 101 class. This one, yes, we're going to go over the basics again. So definitely, if you missed the first class, this will be a great one. But we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the inner workings of what makes candlestick patterns go, the good combinations of candlesticks that actually pay off on more probability of great A+ setups, and we're going to dig into a little bit more of the strategy when utilizing the candlesticks. So definitely, if candlestick charting is something you're into or it's something you struggle with, this will be a fantastic class for you. So keep a lookout for on the website. Of course, I'll let you guys know via the YouTube when I got it on the website for purchase, but 21 May at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, $15 gets you the seat, and you know every purchase gets the recording, and I'll see you there in class. And we've been getting blown up about this class right here, so you know I had to create something for you guys, and I'll have this one on the website later this week as well. But TWR is going to go give you a sports betting 101, how to pick and bet the winners from the losers. We got the best sports analyst that you've never heard of, Tech Bets, and he's going to be on the TWR platform teaching guys the how, the why, the where, and the strategy that goes into picking the different teams for the live sporting events. This is the fastest growing trading and betting thing out there in the market right now, and it's definitely one of those classes. If you've been interested in sports betting or been thinking about doing it, this is the 101 elementary, rudimentary type of thing. And definitely, if it's something you're into, I hope I see you guys. We're going to put this on at 11 June at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, this is going to cost $25 because we got the guest instructor, but every purchase gets the seat and every purchase gets the recording. And this is going to be one of those type of classes that is going to be phenomenal because this guy is good. He's professional at what he does, and he's about his money, and he's going to teach you guys his little tricks and tidbits that get him the win ratings that he has in the sports betting realm. So I hope to see everyone on class. And again, I'll let you guys know when I got this on the website. Traders War Room is your one-stop shop. Try our TWR one-to-one mentoring. Does the market have you feeling like this, or wanting to rip your hair out while you watch your account dwindle? If that's you, then Traders War Room has you covered. Our one-to-ones focus on you as a trader or investor. The Zoom session connects you with a TWR professional. Whether we're covering charts, developing a plan of attack, or being strategic and deep diving on the how, why, and execution of trade plans, TWR one-to-ones will give you the confidence to attack, conquer, destroy, and make the market bend the knee in 2023. Join TWR and bow to no one. Book your session today. The link is in the description or on the website at traderswarroom.com. Let's go to war. Make the market bend the knee in 2023. Join Traders War Room and bow to no one. Let's go to war.